Truth Podcast. Truth, speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth, shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth, uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth, uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth podcast. We're never alone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hashtag Truth. Tonight, we have the one, the only, my sidekick, Gully Guns, and Mr. NIcky Chooch. How you doing, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Mr. New York, as I like to call you.
I'm happy to be here, man. First time ever. I can't believe it.
Right? Alexander Polk said, what's up? Mary Tedder said, hi, Scott and Nikki. Oh, we got Gully here too now, y'all. Y'all got to say hi to Gully now.
It's okay, I'm new.
Madison
It's all right.
said hi from Virginia. Dale Blackwell, what's up, man? They're all coming in for NIcky Chooch.
A lot of fans, huh?
So, Nikki, what brought you from New York to North Carolina to fight our finest here in our good state?
Very good question. And it's got a lot of answers, but I'll start with one. It's too damn expensive. Can't afford to live out there. Hey, we're getting to the point now. We can't afford to live out here. Try to go to South Carolina. Give it a month. We won't be able to live out there, let alone drive on the damn roads. You know.
I live in South Carolina. I know about them roads, brother. You ain't telling them.
Yeah, I call it Spartanburg.
Sergeant Marvin's in the house. He said, let's get it done. All right. There you go. So, all right. Yeah, man, it's been a while. We have not had you on the show. I've seen you on other podcasts. And I thought, the other day, I was like, man, I would love to have you on here and talk about, what you've been doing here lately, because you've been blowing up the indie scene in this area, man. We see a lot of you on a lot of posters, and I know I could only find one, unfortunately. I know you've got a lot more bookies than just one, but this is the one that keeps popping up for me. You're going to be going up against, in the Boogie Woogie Jam, going up against Pony Johnson. That's got to be a big match for you coming up.
Yeah, that's the newest one. That's the newest poster. I just started promoting that this morning. I'm guessing maybe you're not flirting too much with Tennessee independent wrestling, because I'm all over those posters.
Wasp. I forgot all about Wasp. Oh my goodness, they're gonna kill me.
It's quite all right. Actually, after a devastating loss, I'm trying to forget some things right now. So let's focus on that NAWA booking, huh?
All right.
Oh, we're not gonna let you get away with it that quick, Nikki. Come on, what happened up there in Tennessee, brother? You gotta give me a little back info.
Yeah, they're calling it the Mountain City screw job. At least I am. What happened was Tommy Okami, you might know him from out here, stuck his nose in my business. The manager got involved. Basically, nobody in that area wanted to see NIcky Chooch thrive and do what he does best, is turn the future into becoming the present. I was about to be the next face of Wasp Wrestling, and there was a couple people that were too jealous, and they said not yet. But guess what? I don't stop marching. I don't stop coming for that belt. This ain't gonna be the end of that.
Oh my goodness. Alexander Polk said he's not saying it, but he done beat the best in New York, so now he's coming to take over North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, I beat the best on the streets.
Oh, Mary said Wasp loves our NIcky Chooch now.
And NIcky Chooch loves you.
All right. So they had to cheat to keep you away from the heavyweight championship. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I was closing in on it. I didn't even hit him with the Chooch driver yet. We were just getting going, but one guy comes running in the ring, refs down. One guy's choking me with a belt. I start whipping the other one with the belt. Get hit with somebody's finisher, get hit with the champ's finisher, and next thing I know, I'm waking up and I'm realizing it's all over. That was my shot, and now I got to start back. I'm not the type of person that starts balking for a rematch. I'm gonna do what I've always done. I'm gonna claw my way back
I
to
got
get
you.
where I got.
I got
That's
you.
that's what New Yorkers are
earn
all
it.
about.
New York, what? That is something about New York folk that I've learned over the years, man. Y'all like to earn things.
Yeah, because guess what? When you go ahead and try and talk that trash, we get to go. Oh, let me check on the censorship here.
Nah, you good, man. Go ahead. Say what you got
I
to say.
fucking earned it.
Okay.
Right.
Joey Godfrey, the owner
Yes.
promoter of HWA, who sponsors hashtag True, said, "What's up, Scott Larson?" Well, what's up is I got NIcky Chooch in the house. I got Gully Guns waiting for a question. I know he's got 50 of them. He's over there with his eyes this big. He's waiting for his opportunity.
What's up,
That's
Joey?
what's going on. So we got Dale. He says, let's see if you can beat Jacob Ryan and Matt Cade Saturday first. So apparently you got a booking
Uh-oh.
Saturday.
I do. And I was hoping to get to that.
Okay.
Actually, I don't got to do this one alone. This time it's not the world versus NIcky Chooch. This time I got my boy Muscles Marinara. He's about 6'6", about 300 pounds, ready to squash these guys.
Is that the guy I saw in the promo that you were talking to?
That's right.
Okay.
Big
Now I
man
know
Muscles
he
Marinara.
is a big boy. He is a big boy.
Well, let me give you the rewind.
All right.
Yeah, you wonder what I was doing there, but it all makes sense in a minute.
Okay.
Antonio Vicini, right? A
Yes.
guy who he was in the witness protection program for about 6 years. Couldn't do anything, couldn't say anything regarding his real identity. Had to take on a whole new persona, still got into professional wrestling under a different name. NIcky
Okay.
Chooch got a phone call one day, said, "Hey, the guy that was looking for Antonio, he's gone. He kicked the bucket. Let's call it natural causes." So what I went and did, had a triple threat match with him and Matt Cade, and I won. Of course, NIcky Chooch is a winner. Stickers are coming out soon. And I had the papers. I had the papers to hand to Antonio. And his old nickname back in the day when he used to run my clubs was Muscles Marinara. I
Okay.
said, "Guess what? Your muscles again." He flipped his lid. Chooch and Muscles back together again.
I got you. Without it. So I'm just curious. You know the questioner in me. I'm just curious. So he was in witness protection. That sounds sort of like a New York mafia type thing, man.
We don't use that word. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Dirty Jersey uses that word. We don't use that word.
Oh, okay. I got
We're
it.
family. We're
Joey
family.
said it sounds like a bunch of crying and excuses when you were talking about losing your shot at the championship at Wasp.
Hey, if you were there, ask the dedicated fans at Wasp Wrestling if I got any excuses the next time they see me. I'm gonna come up to them like a man. I'm gonna say, "Hey, I couldn't get the job done, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try harder for you people to make sure that the next time you pay your hard-earned money to see NIcky Chooch win a belt, he'll be up there in the stands with you, holding it high, saying, 'We won this belt together because you were on my side.'"
Matt Cade come on here personally to say that that won't happen.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Robert Brown from Lafayette, Indiana is in the building. Oh, there you go. Sergeant Marvin said, "My kind of man, earn it."
Always.
There you go. Robert Brown said, "NIcky Chooch, if I may ask, where are you from? If you can't tell from the way he's talking, bro, come on now. Tell him where you're from."
He might want to know what part. I'm actually
Okay.
from Long Island, Suffolk County, born and raised.
Okay.
A real hood area known as Brentwood. I used to slap the MS-13 kids around. I hope they're watching.
Yeah.
Robert wants to know, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's the most badass man in the entire world.
Oh,
hell
come
yeah.
on, man. Not the Brooklyn Brawler?
Yeah, you know,
You caught me
that
off
man
guard
always
with
had a.
that with Nikki, man. Come on.
I'll put
now.
it this way: Brooklyn Brawl always had a job to do, and he always got it done. But Stone Cold's the man.
I got you.
Man.
Missy
Rattlesnake.
Childers said, stopping by to say hello, but I see this is not a censored show. Talk to you later. It is, but I don't want Nikki to totally be, shut down. I don't want Nikki to be himself.
I mean,
apologize.
if it pleases the people, I can absolutely tone it down. You know.
There you go. There you go. I want Missy to stay. I'll put it that way.
I'm always willing. Absolutely. That's why I asked you, Scott.
There you go. No, but you had something to say, and I didn't want to take you being you away from you. You know what I'm saying? I want to please everybody. Is what I'm basically trying to. You can't please everybody, but I'm trying.
You get Nikki a little riled up, and off goes the mouth sometimes. I
mean,
try.
Come on now. If I can't get NIcky Chooch riled up on #truth, what am I doing here? You're making me talk like this. I'm going to start doing this with my hands and stuff. Come on, man.
It's fun, ain't it?
It is. It's a
imitation is the best form of flattery. So,
yes.
I want to hear a little bit from Gully, man. How you doing, bro?
Right.
Hey, wonderful, man. I do got a few questions for. I want to deep dive with you a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Let's do some early beginnings. Let's see. How did you get into professional wrestling? Like, what drew you into this wide array, this big old beautiful sport we love so much?
I got to go forward before I could go backwards, and I love that this is something that I get to pass on to my kids now. And I mean, if one wasn't sleeping, and one better be starting to go to sleep, their room is my dream room as a kid. I mean, they've got 3 totes of wrestling figures and the belts on the walls, and NIcky Chooch's picture on the wall, of course.
Of course.
But they go to the WWE events, they go to the independent events, things that, I wish my parents took me to more. But my first memory, it was me sitting on the floor, my dad on the couch, and Scott, you might remember this. They used to show those reruns of like WrestleManias and stuff on TV, and
oh yeah.
The first thing I ever saw was Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy in the steel cage.
Oh, man, yes.
Oh, classic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I was like 3 or 4 years old. So, a lot of times at my
that was back in the day when you had to go to Blockbuster to get your WWE fix.
Yeah. Oh, I loved Blockbuster. Yeah. Best times.
Right? But
pop some nostalgia for you. You used to get the popcorn bucket that you put in the microwave and it would pop inside the bucket.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Man, it was all man, I'm telling you, we can talk about that all day long, man. I'll get to a few of these and then we'll get some more questions from Gully over there, but I don't want to get too far behind in the comments. Ben Wright said, yo, because it don't make sense if you're talking about something and somebody says something like 5 minutes later. Madison said, what made you become a wrestler? I think you just gave us that answer, but if you want to enlighten it again, you can. Robert asked how I'm doing tonight. I'm doing great, man. I got NIcky Chooch and Gully Guns here. What else do I need, man?
Good night.
I got a party here.
Good night.
He asked right, well, why isn't there it goes. All of a sudden things aren't working, man. What's up with that? Gully Guns, how are you tonight? He wanted to know.
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm here with NIcky Chooch. I'm here with Scott Larson. Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
Joey, there you go. Joey's talking to Ben Wright. He said, sounds like he thinks he can hang with the filthy Fabio. Oh, no. I think you can
talk to me. Talk to me about your filthy Fabio. You trying to match me up against somebody? Put me against your best. NIcky Chooch is a winner Monday through Sunday. If it ends in day, I'm beating them.
Oh boy! Oh, we might get us a match out of this, man.
And you heard it here, folks. There you go.
Joey Godfrey said, "Gully, tell us a little bit about you too, sir."
Please.
Oh man, well, where do I start? Born and raised in good old Topeka, Kansas, middle of the map. I am an E-Fed wrestling performer. Scott Larson can attest to that. That's video promo. So I'm a promo artist. I've been doing it since 2006. I love everything about it. I love the interactions. I love the face-to-face. I love to tell stories. So I'm sure Mr. Nicky Chooch could attest to that. When you're in the ring, when you're facing your opponent, you telling those stories, hey, magic.
Right, without a doubt.
Hey, I tell stories in the ring. I'll tell stories for the boys.
Ben, right? Yeah, we heard it. We heard it, Ben. We heard it. Nicky Chooch, if I may ask, what kind of music do you like?
So my older parents would help you pick up on that a little bit better. Actually, when I got pulled over earlier today, the cop had to look at my license with the long hair. Scott, I know you remember the long hair. I'm a metalhead, but I also I love early 2000s, late 90s R&B.
Okay.
I like some Elvis. My wife got me into Elvis more than anything, and her dad. I'm into
Robert Brown's next question is going to be, do you like Tupac?
I was getting there.
Okay. So you gotta let him talk. We gotta let him go.
That reminds me of my wife, actually. We'll be in the middle of watching a movie, and she'll ask me the question, and I'll be like, they're about to show it. If you just watch the damn movie.
For the first time ever on #Truth, mark it on your calendar. I got told I act like a wife. There we go. Right.
Hey, I didn't mean it like that, but if that's how you're going to take it, that's how you're going to take it.
episodes, and somebody finally says, Scott, you talk like a wife.
Don't make me choose between Biggie and Tupac. I won't. But I love Biggie. I love Tupac. I like late 90s rap and early 2000s rap. And ever since then, I've been very selective when it comes to hip hop artists. I like lyricists. I don't like this auto-tune bull. I don't like the mumble guys. I don't like people that are just not even rhyming. They're talking over a beat is garbage. Check out Hobson. Check out Token. There's some of these guys, they're real lyricists. There's a guy from the UK named Ren. He's amazing. I can't even believe some of the stuff this guy comes up with in his mind.
You're from New York. I mean, you can go on any street corner almost in downtown New York, and man, you see these guys like a group of four coming together and doing like the blues, or they'll come together and do a rap, or they'll come to dude. Them are the groups you really need to listen to.
Yes.
I think he still thinks it's the 1970s because he hasn't been to New York City since the 70s or 80s. They don't really do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
You do that, and you too many people standing together, the cops show up. NYPD.
I got you.
But I will tell you a little quick story regarding that. I was hanging out in the city with a couple of people, and the way these guys are so hungry to try to put their music out. I had a guy put his demo in my hand and then just start saying $5, $5. Just give me $5, man. He didn't even like try to promote himself. And then I tried to hand it back to him. And he was like, "Oh no, it's yours now. It's yours. Just give me the money and it's yours." The way people hustle, they're on fast forward, bro. Like it's in here, built in. It's the daily survival. I need to make this music real quick and sell it and sell it and sell it. And if I could get the guy walking outside of the recording studio and record and, get him up against the wall and try to pressure him to listen to my stuff, that's what they're going to do because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there now.
It is.
Right. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, man.
100%.
Oh boy, Matt's gonna talk some junk. Here we go. All I gotta say is when me and Jacob show up Saturday in Charlotte, I'm gonna smack that stupid cigar out of your mouth and shove that jar of juice muscles. Keep going, talking about straight where the sun don't shine.
Okay. How'd that work for you, a Wasp, kid? Because I remember pinning your shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, we could talk all day long about that, but we could talk and talk. It's about backing it up. What are you gonna say when we beat you? Are you the next podcast I'm on? Are you gonna get in the comments and start complaining again? Because then you just sound like that guy on the internet. You don't sound like that guy winning matches. I'm that guy winning matches because NIcky Chooch is a winner. You're a loser.
I love it. Madison said you deserve it that much and a championship match.
I like her already. Keep her in the comments. Get rid of Matt Cade.
You got a fan, man. Robert said no disrespect to anyone, but I think you should go uncensored. Hey, if he wants to talk uncensored, it's on him. Like I said, I try to make everybody happy, and it's impossible. So either way, somebody's going to get upset. So it doesn't matter which way this goes. I'm going to ask questions, me and Gully, and Nicky's going to be himself, and that's the way I want hashtag truth. You know,
That's the hashtag truth.
and that's
I'm
the
all about the
hashtag
flow. If the flow doesn't
right.
need, cuss words and stuff, then I got no need to say it.
I got
But if
you.
people like Matt Cade want to come in here running his mouth and he
Right.
starts to get a little vulgar, NIcky Chooch will show you vulgar with a pair of cement shoes at the bottom of the river. How you doing?
Jenny said, Scott, good to see you're back. When did this happen? It happened about a week ago, and we're just gonna do hashtag until, like I said, the wheels fall off. I can't do it every day. I can't do it 3 times a week. But if I can, I'm gonna do it. If I can't, it is what it is. I didn't mean to say again. I don't know what you said. Again, Gully, do you still wrestle?
I've actually not been able to be. I haven't been blessed to be on the mat like our Mr. NIcky Chooch here. That's actually a dream of mine. I'm still working towards. So I got to get my body right. Who knows?
Well, I will tell you personally, after seeing this guy promo, once he gets in the ring and starts getting that behind him, he will be great. He will be great.
After you got the gift of gab, just work the jab, baby.
That's it. That's it. See, I
this
knew
coming from you. I'm gonna take that to heart, my friend. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Oh,
I know what you're saying. I've been in your comments before, as you know, Scott.
Right, I know.
And I know what it's like. You leave a comment there, and then you pop it up about 5 minutes later. You were on that topic 5 minutes ago. You're not even talking about remotely the same thing.
And I'm a person that wants to get the fans involved too. That's the reason for this show, is to get them involved and get to know you. It's not just me and Gully asking you questions. I want them to get to know you, so they'll pay the money to buy your merch, to go watch you at the wrestling show, to get all the hype up. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Yes, sir.
Full engagement. Oh yeah.
There you go. And Ben, look at this. So what would it take to get you to come down to Heritage Wrestling Alliance to take on the filthy Fabio himself, Caleb Crocker? You're being asked right on hashtag True for a booking, sir.
Book.
Yeah, appears I am. Now here's the good news and the bad news, and it's all wrapped up in one cannoli.
Okay.
I'm booked for the year.
Oh, snap. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's the thing. It's great news because this is my first year that I'm mapped out. I know everything I'm doing. I got a couple that say unavailable. That's the family. That's, I'm going away. I'm going to New York in October. It's going to say unavailable. The week after that, it's the anniversary. You think I want to mess with that? We were talking about wives before.
No.
You think a New York husband's dangerous? Try meeting a New York wife.
Oh, any wife, bro. I ain't touching that. Not touching that. But here, let me put this in NIcky Chooch's ear though, because I do kind of represent, HWA. I'm their fan club president. If you get a cancellation of any kind, don't forget about Heritage Wrestling Alliance, because they're both blowing me up, telling me to give you the information for HWA. They like what they see, and they want you to wrestle there. So if you do get a cancellation, please, I'm begging you, as the HWA fan club president, hit up Joey Godfrey. If you need to remember the names, I'll give them to you. Just hit me up, Joey Godfrey or Ben Wright. So,
funny you mentioned that. I cannot remember the name of who I was in talks with, but I was in talks with somebody for HWA. We did have something lined up. I did have a situation where I did have to cancel.
Right.
And I do want to get over there. I want to get everywhere. The more eyes on NIcky Chooch, the more somebody's going to tell somebody that's going to tell somebody else that's going to want me in a different state. They're going to want to fly me. They're going to want to say, "Hey, why don't we got this guy in the performance center yet? What, are we crazy?" And then, that's how this stuff blooms. So if nothing happens where a cancellation happens and I can get over to HWA, then I'll see you next year with a big smile on my face. You'll be one of the first promotions I think about. I promise you.
Without a doubt. Speaking of promotion, somebody just sent me, you were talking a little while ago about that match you were having. I just got the poster. So there it is.
Hey.
July
Yeah.
19th, and look who's at the lower bottom right-hand corner. Look at that. All in his glory. That would be NIcky Chooch right
It would.
there. And it's a free show, folks. So there you go.
Hey, all these people, you know what they're thinking. If it's free, it's for me. Especially in the world today, you know,
Hey,
the
man,
gas has
I ain't
gone
gonna
up.
lie to you. We're all in hard times, man. Even the wrestlers aren't getting paid. I'll say it. I'll say it because they can't. Even the wrestlers aren't getting paid what they deserve because there ain't no money out there. There ain't no money out there.
I'm still getting paid. I'm sorry for I'm sorry for your losses. NIcky Chooch is still getting paid, and he's selling merchandise.
I was trying to throw y'all a bone and stuff, but I get it. I get it.
Speaking of which, you can get this on ProWrestlingTees.com. The NIcky Chooch vacation shirt.
Oh, there you go, man.
Go get it, folks.
Sweet.
Go get it.
Without a doubt, man. That is sweet. I love that a lot. Dale
Like-
Blackwell just told me he messaged me the event posters. That's why I showed it. So thank you, Dale. I appreciate it, brother.
As long as you give me, you know, the spotlight to talk about it, I will continue to put over all the promotions that I'm working for.
There you
And
go. Without
I'm not working for them if I don't love them. I love what Dale is doing with UCW. I'm lined up with other bookings for it. I don't know what he wants to announce yet, but the No to Knockout, I drove my work truck over to the brewery the other day just to check out the spot. It is sweet. They got lounge chairs, beautiful turf. It's an awesome spot, man. Have a couple brews and watch NIcky Chooch win and whatever else happens.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say, what better place to go watch a wrestling show? Free admission. Go buy yourself a brewski, sit down and watch some great professional wrestling, man.
You know, the breweries, you know, I don't know about promotion dropping for promotions I have never worked for, but XWW has been killing it with the brewery shows. I know that. I got some friends over there. I used to be part of a company, Redemption Championship Wrestling.
Manny Mac at XWW or XX. I can't remember which way it goes, but Manny Mac is the man, brother. He knows what he's doing. Let me tell you, working for Manny Mac, he is one of the good ones. And I'm sorry, I'm one of them guys. If you ask me, I'll tell you if he's a good one or if he's a bad one. I'll be honest with you. And Manny Mac's one of the really good ones. So
Manny Mac's a really good one. You know, Dale Blackwell is a really good one.
Dale.
And
Joey Godfrey's a good one. Michael Elliott for NAWA is a good one. When he is running, Cole Maccabee is a good one.
yes,
He hasn't been running in a while, but he's a good one.
we're pressuring him to try to come back every day, all the time.
Right. I wish he would because he was a really good owner promoter, man. Everything.
I'd like to give one more shout out to a guy that deserves all the love is Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, Jimmy Ward at UWL. He's really good too, right? Yeah. His son has taken over that company now.
He has. Gavin's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And I just saw, you know, one of the biggest stars, Don Furio, pop up on NXT. Good for him, man.
Yes. Oh, and how can I forget Wrestling Evolution? I apologize. Wrestling Evolution is another good company.
Timmy.
Yes, Timmy, without a doubt. As a matter of fact, speaking of Wrestling Evolution, I believe I have their poster. No, I don't. I lied. I thought I had their poster, but I don't. I do have NAWA's, though. There it is. Revenge, August the 9th. So there you go.
Where's the Chooch?
I don't know, man. Why isn't the Chooch on there?
Actually, I'm booked for 2 weeks from there, but they still didn't put me on the poster. But you know what? You don't need to. What you need to do, it's called a free trial, right? You get a free trial of Chooch. You get to see what Chooch is all about. You realize he's a star. And now what? He's going on my next poster.
There you go. And I'm going to tell the fans that when it comes to that show you're about to have in a few days, it's a free show, guys. This is a perfect time to go find out who NIcky Chooch is. Go watch him wrestle, and then you'll be like, man, he's worth more than $10 to go see. Of course I'm going to pay $10 and go see him somewhere else. Of course I'm going to pay the extra $10 to drive somewhere to go see him. And trust me, it's worth all of it. It's worth every bit of it.
And I'm gonna give you a little bit of orange. I almost said oranges or origins, real quick. I'm gonna give you some oranges, and then I'm gonna give you the citrus. I'm gonna give you it all.
You definitely got that New York vibe going. You're gonna sell oranges. You're gonna sell. We got
I'll be selling oranges by the freeway like the Sublime song. So, when I first got started, after training with George, I started working at the Old Dallas Brewery. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one.
I know the Old Dallas Brewery. I've been there. Very good
That's
place.
where I had my first match. I had my second match, professionally. Before that, I was one of those knuckleheads in the yard. You know what I'm saying? I don't I don't discredit any of those guys because we all start somewhere. We all have a dream. But I remember seeing a man known as the Carolina Dreamer, and I watched the way the fans erupted for him. And this guy, clotheslining, knocking people's heads off. I was like, this is what I'm trying to do. So for this to come full circle and me to be stepping in the ring with him a month from now, I'm going to be eating my Wheaties. I'm going to be benching. I'm going to be in the the Stairmaster is my game. I get that cardio up. I'll spend an hour on the Stairmaster burning over 1,000 calories before I go to work at lifting hardwood flooring, tens of thousands of pounds every day. I'm an animal. So I'm ready to face another animal.
What's awesome about professional wrestling, Nicky? You grew up watching some of these guys that you are now getting into the ring with. How special is that when you're a wrestler? Like you just said about Pony Johnson, Carolina Dreamer, however you want to call him. You watch this guy for years, and then next thing you know, you're doing your own thing. You're getting your character built up there. Everybody knows who NIcky Chooch is, and now you two are going to face each other. I mean,
I'm never going to be the guy that, tries to act like I didn't know you before I got started, that I didn't know that you were doing your thing and killing it, because I gave the same credit to Ryan Mantis, and I don't like him. I actually, I knocked his block off a little while back, but it took me having to get to that point that I'm able to step to this guy. It's a matter of respect, and there's levels to this.
Right.
So I had to get myself to that level to get a shot at Ryan. Now I have gotten myself to this level to get a shot at Pony Johnson. And it just so happens to be for a title that might look a little bit better around the waist than NIcky Chooch.
There you go. I love that. I love that, man. Heather said Joey Godfrey, unlike Travis, right? Joey? Don't know what that means, but okay. NIcky Chooch is really great with the kids, too.
Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and say that during intermission at the last show, I'm friends with the music guy at Wasp, so I had him put on Dance Monkey, and we threw a big dance party. NIcky Chooch is ready to be the man of the people.
Right.
Because if you wanted to face a Wasp wrestling, you got to be somebody that everybody could look up to. There's a guy named Commander Exotica who's a real jerk. You know what I mean? Nobody could stand him. How about being being a fan of a champion you could be proud of? That's why I'm not done stepping to this guy. He hasn't seen the last of me. I'm gonna knock him back to space. Blast off.
Back to school. Mary wants to know, who is your Mount Rushmore for wrestling? 4 guys, man. 4 guys or gals. Who's your Mount Rushmore?
We'll be here all day. It'll constantly change. I'm going to put a woman on my Mount Rushmore, and I don't care what anybody thinks of that. Because I got Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got Rhea Ripley.
Oh, man, nice.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I got Dusty Rhodes. And, man, the 4th one, it's going to have to be CM Punk.
Ooh, CM Punk. I love it.
Now,
I have to admit, this is the first Mount Rushmore that I've heard from anybody, I think, that didn't have Ric Flair on it.
You know what? I think he's really tarnished himself over time. I think he's really hurt his own career.
Too much. Yeah. I got you.
Maybe at one time, maybe Rick was on there. Maybe Rhea Ripley took his place.
Don't tell him that. Oh my goodness. Woo.
He'll be chopping me at a restaurant, 15 beers deep.
Oh, you made Jenny upset. Jenny said she loves Ryan Mantis. She saw him a few times.
Oh well, I saw him unconscious on a gym floor. What are you gonna do?
I love it. Amanda Johnson said, "Chooch."
Yo, what's up, Johnson?
There you go, man. Gully, hit us with another question, man. You being
All
too
right.
quiet.
Well, let's piggyback off of the tarnishment. Like we were talking about Ric Flair tarnished his career. Now we talked about some of the positives, but what about the challenges? What challenges have you faced coming up in your career, and what to look at? What as far as established like up and coming wrestlers, what to look out for to face these problems?
I'm gonna need that phrase a little bit better.
All
I
right.
kind of went.
Let me fix it up for you. All right. We know that there's a lot of high energy, a lot of passion, a lot of love in this sport, but there's a lot of challenges as well. Can you tell us some of the challenges you faced coming up in the game? Sound a little better. There you go. All right.
Okay, I can start by telling you who I was trained by. I was trained by, Mr. Number One himself, George South.
Okay.
And if you know anything about George South, I've bumped a lot, and that was before I ever got inside a ring in an actual standard exhibition match. When I was there, I was one of the hard learners. I've been the stove toucher my whole life. I've been the one, don't do this way, otherwise it's gonna hurt. I always do it. So
Somebody from New York with a hard head? Are you kidding me, Nicky?
you hear that? You hear that? In my early going, I was still trying to get it together. I didn't know who I was yet. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't know how I wanted people to perceive me. I didn't know what I wanted my entrance music to be. There's a lot of things that and I also didn't have a lot of the help, people pointing me in the right direction for certain things. Hey, don't work in that promotion. You're gonna find out that they're all scumbags. Guess what? Nobody told me that, so I worked for that promotion. I found out they were scumbags. Hey, you should get over here, but you got to know so and so. Can you introduce me? No. You know what I mean? So I had to do a lot of things the hard way. I'm starting to understand that question as I'm answering it, but there's been a lot of bumpy parts of the road for me. I wasn't. I'm trying to do now what wasn't done for me.
Right.
There's a couple of people that I love and respect in this business, and I could say, "Hey, give this guy a call. Don't go anywhere near that place. Hey, you got an hour after work. Let's go run the ropes." Things that were never done to me, for me, I'm trying to pass that on to the guys that are trying to get to where I'm at.
Gotcha. Have you ever had a owner, promoter, or somebody who books a show come up to you and ask you to do something that you didn't want to do, like maybe a stunt, or you know what I'm saying? Has there ever been somebody that said, "Hey, man, we want you to come off the top of a ladder and jump out into the audience onto 6 chairs that are on fire," or something like that? You know what I'm saying?
No, and there's somebody there's somebody who's watching this right now that probably just smiled for that question, because before you started saying, jumping off of ladders through light tubes or fire and
Right.
pitchforks or whatever, there was somebody that wanted me to do something that I didn't want to do, and it's absolutely recently, and I'm not gonna go too far into it right now.
Chance Gibson's sitting here going, "Uh-oh." So he might have already gave himself up right there, because
Hey, you know what?
Said, "Uh-oh."
I'm gonna put it like this: professional wrestling has done far too much for far too long on taking the curtain and damn near burning it down.
I got you.
I'm gonna leave what's left.
I get it. I really do. Ron Emerson Jr. of the Wrestling Wire, guys, go check him out.
Ron,
Excellent. Yes,
yo,
excellent.
Ron is a man that knows a fine cigar.
And he said Nicky is a solid dude in and out of the ring. You are a suck
guy.
up, Ron. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, Ron, I like Ron. Ron is the man.
I like Ron. Ron's
actually
a good friend of mine.
Every other week I pick who I'm mad at and who I like between Ron and David. It's either like screw Ron, I like David. Screw David, I like Ron. This week, that week.
Gully, if you don't know, David is Ron's partner.
Well, not like that. They got a podcast, you see.
Yeah, yeah. He knows. He knows. He got it.
It's a very good podcast too. It's a very
Oh,
good
very good.
podcast.
Very good. Joey wants to know, what do you think of drama in the locker room? How do you handle drama? This is coming from a promoter. He wants to know how you handle things.
Very good question. I stay away from it. Actually, I just shared something on Facebook today that had, and it actually started with somebody from South Carolina that shared it, that posted it, and I shared it, and I saw another person share it, and it had to do with that, that wrestling locker room drama, and please keep it away from me. I stopped wrestling in North Carolina on purpose and headed out to Tennessee. You know why? Because in these two promotions between Wasp Wrestling and Rated R Wrestling, I never found drama. I only found just that love and dedication. And at the end of the show, there wasn't these big blow ups. There wasn't this person talking about that person. Oh, here they come. Let's stop talking about them. It just felt very drama free.
Brother Silas said, I think I might come to the brewing company on Saturday and scout.
Okay,
Wonder who
Mr.
he might be
Silas.
scouting.
I've seen him manage some good people.
Ron Emerson laughed at what we were saying. Good guy, always. John Powell said, here's a question. How does it feel to be an all-around good dude? Also, spaghetti.
Spaghetti gabagool linguine.
Okay. I'm glad you could pronounce that.
He's trying to break me, and it's working. I'd actually like to know if everybody who didn't want me to curse is still watching, because there's some things I can say to you, John. You got me. You got me.
He said, okay. I'm gonna take you out of your character just for a second. I know this is hashtag truth, and I've got to, man. What made you decide to do this New York character, bro? Because it's gold. Don't get me wrong, it's gold. And the question that I have following that up is, what do you think about a wrestler who comes into the business, been in the business for years, but there's nothing? The best way I can say it is using my thing. There's nothing to invest in. There's no, like, you got the New York vibe. You got a story to tell, What do you think about a wrestler who just comes in and all he does is wrestle? There's no story there. There's no, I'm just going to put it out there. Some guys that come in are just boring, bro.
Yeah. Her name is Candice LeRae, and I don't know how she still has a job. Okay. Hey, Scott. I love this business too much for you to ask pretty please nicely and me to turn this off. I'm going to go ahead and be NIcky Chooch from start to finish, if you don't mind.
You do that. Okay. Do that.
Scott, I know you have been watching long enough to know that I was cynic.
Right.
Those days are gone. Who I am at home is who I am at home. But as I'm on this podcast, I'm going to continue to be NIcky Chooch. I
got you.
I'm going to tell you that the wrestler's wrestler, I respect them. But if you want to be on my television set, there's going to be a certain limit that, I could only watch so many bangers, so many just moves. You don't get on the microphone, you don't do this, you don't tell that kind of, verbal story. You got no comedy to make me laugh a little bit. There's nothing that's going to make me want to cry. There's nothing that's going to make me get that angry. Wrestling's about feeling, baby, and if you can't give me that feeling, then you don't got me hooked.
I love Ron. Ron said his alter ego was a draw, but the Chooch has the longevity for his career. I got it. I understand it, man. And you're high on that on the K word, and I get it, man. I get it 100%, and I love that about you. And for all you don't know, it's kayfabe, okay?
If I may, I got to give a huge shout out and just recognize who and what made NIcky Chooch and where it really got started.
Go ahead.
And that is 3 letters, VTW, versus the World Wrestling. Before any of you guys got to see NIcky Chooch, there was a smaller select few and everybody watching on YouTube that got to watch Nicky Chooch when I still had the long hair, as I was really trying to perfect my craft, versus the World Wrestling, who's got a lot of subscribers, gets tons of views, a majority of the audience is on YouTube. But you talked about that drama. VTW is its own special, place and product, and it's for professional wrestlers that really got tired of dealing with the drama. So it kind of isolated itself to remove all that drama, and it kind of became by invitation only. All of these guys professionally trained and trained pretty damn well. Guys that you probably saw on the independent circuit, in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, all over the place, Maryland. And I'm a living product of that, and I'm so happy to continue to wave that flag for VTW wrestling.
There you go. Joey wants you to compare old school versus new school.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so I'm an attitude era baby, which means I might have watched Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy on that television set, but it wasn't happening in real time. But I love this so much that I could talk to my father about Wahoo McDaniel, about Bob Backlund, about Paul Orndorff. I love everything that came before me, to the point that I'm listening to Jim Cornette podcast where he's talking about the 1930s, and they're playing, guess the program, and I'm trying to guess with them because I watch this so much. That's old school.
Right.
I'm a big I'm a big into, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a lot of things that new school keeps trying to fix that was never broken.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those guys that hounds a certain company that, as soon as I'm saying this right now, there's a certain company, certain three letters that are coming to your mind that's on television, might be on, the Superstation, as they used to call it.
Got you.
And there's a lot of not storytelling, and there's a lot of trying to do things not exactly. They're trying to emulate some things, but it's coming out like mush because the guy who's writing it doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Right. I got you.
Get you.
I understand that perfectly.
There's a guy like Triple H who, was trained by Killer Kowalski and went through the territories and everything like that, and will try to combine. There's no reason why new school and old school can't get along and mesh into this one beautiful thing.
Exactly.
But if you're trying to compare them, old school will always be the best school because you can always learn from what came before you.
Right.
I am not gonna go try to get advice for the guy that started last week. I'm gonna go try to get advice from the guy that wrestled Ric Flair, that wrestled Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and continue to get a paycheck, and has been killing it and still has longevity in this business. Somebody that could teach me how to take care of my body until this beautiful hair is gray and hopefully not too wrinkly.
I got you. Speaking of somebody who wants to get a hold of you now, here he is, Mr. Fabio himself. Oh man, someone said they wanted me to wrestle Mark Wahlberg over here. I'm 100% down. I'm a big fan, Mr. Wahlberg. Shooter and Four Brothers are awesome.
Hey, Crocker, man. The funny thing is, my wife married me because she said I look like Mark Wahlberg.
I said the first time I saw you that you sounded like Mark Wahlberg.
I'm not upset. You could be like, he looks like Sean Penn, and that guy's butt ugly. So, or the guy from the movie Mask.
Yeah.
You could say I look like give me somebody ugly. Michael Rappaport.
Right.
And that might be kind of insulting. But you say I look like Mark Wahlberg? Yeah, I'm a handsome guy. You know what I'm saying?
Brother Silas, I can't pronounce that. Threw kayfabe off a roof for telling our secret. Yes, he did. Ron said, speaking of cigars, having a bone shaker right now.
Hey, my man's got a whole humidor.
I don't know anything about it, so I believe you.
No,
Chooch is taking. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's he's got his own, like, you know those cigar rooms that keep him fresh?
Mm-hmm.
That's his level of dedication to a good cigar.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Dale said, Chooch is taking UCW to the next level. I've known him since the VTW days. He's earned everything that he's been getting.
I'll tell you how far me and Dale go back. He was in the VTW Academy being trained, and now I'm working for him.
Okay.
So,
well, there you go.
You know, Dale, if you want to talk about somebody who's put in work, Dale loves this company. He will do nothing. He'll stop at nothing to make this thing succeed. He has been killing it, pulling out all these shows, you know, these different locations. It's like a traveling rock band, and we're the damn show that everybody's talking about. We're the modern day Guns N' Roses, baby. So when we come to your town, this time you don't even gotta buy a ticket. All you gotta do is show up. Why? Because it's a free show.
Right, there you go. Okay, before I put this up there, there's got to be some background put up there. You are, and I said it before the show, and you know it. I do a thing called GIW using 2K25, and Mr. NIcky Chooch just became our heavyweight champion on Global Impact Wrestling. So B3 is coming on here saying, "Hey, Naki." He corrected it after this, but NIcky Chooch, see you soon.
See me soon.
Afterwards. He corrected it afterwards.
Okay. You know what though? I'm gonna address an elephant that could be in the comment room at some point if you didn't see it already. You know, sometimes fans, they don't always do it on purpose. I get it. You Southerners, you work a little bit slower than Northerners, and that's okay. You get a pass from NIcky Chooch. I love you anyway. But sometimes they like to take my last name and cut out a letter. And either they think it's funny or they got a speech impediment. Either way, it's not bothering me. Because I'm going to keep on winning. I'm going to keep on talking. I always have a rebuttal. I always have a quick-witted insult to come right back at you. So keep using that word. It's fun.
Gosh, I love it.
And you can ask my wife. I love that word.
Mary wants to know, what advice would you give the up-and-comers?
Actually, yeah. That's why it kind of takes a bit of a pause. And you got to watch what you say here, because depending on how many people are watching, an up-and-comer could be watching and listening to exactly what I'm saying, and they're either going to apply it or they're going to take it to somebody else, and someone could say that advice is garbage. So I will tell you, find somebody that you emulate, somebody that you see doing the right thing, somebody that you want to be like, and you learn from them. And don't ever be afraid to ask questions. You know, they tell you that in school. It kind of goes straight into wrestling. There's no stupid questions. There might be some stupid answers out there, but use your best judgment, use your gut, go with your heart, and try to find out what works for you. Actually, over the phone on Busted Open, Mark Henry gave me some advice like that.
That was Ron Emerson said Ray Charles could see who you're talking about, and Chance Gibson said I agree.
What?
Caleb said, man, this guy is actually spitting facts about old and new school, the areas in between working and psychology. Color me impressed.
And hey, Caleb, if I could get over to HWA, I know you're there. I'll try to see you next year. And if something drops and the cards line up and we could work, just put your hair up, kid, and square up. All right. I don't want to damage any of your locks there. I know what it was like to have some nice, long, beautiful flowing hair, and I do miss it sometimes.
Joey Godfrey has to name drop. He goes on here and says not to name drop. Yes, you are. HWA is home to the ECW original high-flying Chris Hamrick.
Hey, high-flying in and out of the ring, and when he flew out of the ring, he hit pretty dang hard. I remember that bump. Woo! like I said, I love this stuff. I love you know, what just happened with Gunther and um uh
Ulrich.
Raquel Rodriguez and like everybody that's doing this now. I'm drawing blanks for the current product, and I'm really like thinking about the past.
Right.
Right.
I even watch the crap Russo stuff, to fall asleep to sometimes.
Oh, my
I love
goodness.
it all.
Oh, man.
Right. Right. I do that too. I watch all the old school wrestling. You can go on Peacock and watch
Mhm.
some of the really old school stuff. And I love doing that. Even though I know how the rest of the matches are gonna go, every time I watch it, I pick up something new. And I'm not even a wrestler, I'm just a podcaster. And you could pick up things, how
Yeah.
the styles, the in-ring, how they tell a story, how they move, how they use the ring to their advantage. It's not just, and one of the things that kills me about young, new, and old school is selling. Sometimes you can't teach somebody to sell.
Oh, let me add it, Scott. Let me add it right now.
Go ahead.
Um,
Go ahead.
I am tired of Canadian Destroyer pop right up, give the guy a super kick, Canadian Destroyer pop right up, standing Spanish fly, pop right up, double clothesline, both guys are down.
Then you don't watch AEW at all. I'll say it out loud.
All right, yeah. You want to go there? We could go there. I mean, we literally just saw that. And you know what I love about the fact that Penta is in WWE now is he's unlearning all that garbage.
Yeah.
You're going to find out that like everything could mean something if you let it. And I go back to the longevity of things. You what you're doing right now, it might not hurt so bad. You're certainly telling the fans that it doesn't, but in the long run, it's all gonna catch up with you and it's gonna hurt real bad. You saw what just happened to Liv Morgan, and it was the slightest, tiniest little thing. What do you think's gonna happen when jumping off the top rope doing like a Spanish fly into two ladders
Isn't
on
isn't that sort of what
on TV for free? You didn't even put it on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what kind of happened to Seth Rollins. He got away from his moveset, tried to do something bouncing off the ropes, and ended up messing his knees up.
On Saturday night's main event, like he didn't even wait till SummerSlam.
Right.
Not saying that like it's gonna matter which show you just put yourself out for 5 months for, but you've gotten to the point that people are singing your song and you don't have to do anything but have your music hit and stand at the stage. You could be, on the Titantron and they're singing your song. You're so damn over. Why are you doing that? Everybody,
Right.
as a kid, I was on the Cena sucks side of let's go Cena sucks. But the older I got, the more I realized let's go Cena sucks. Neither of that really matters. Cena's smart.
He got a reaction. That's all that matters.
5 moves? All I got to do is 5 moves, and that's it?
The Rock.
Rock.
Let me get that.
Definitely. Prime example.
5 moves, but he was good on the mic. I mean, the same thing, man. I mean,
when people tried to bash John Cena, Stone Cold came out and said, "Hey man, all I used to do was punch, kick, lose death press, and stunner. I only have 4. If you count the punch and kick, it's 2.
That place went nuts.
That's a great Austin, by the way.
Decent. Thank you.
I mean, it's true though. It's true. If you're over, why are you trying to overdo being over? What more did he have to accomplish? And I thought the same thing when I saw him land and he got hurt. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? That's nowhere in your moveset.
And I'm not. I'm not gonna shit on him for it either because, what happened to Big E? Think about that.
Right?
Did they really have any business doing an overhead suplex on a random SmackDown with a guy that nobody barely even knows yet because maybe this crowd isn't smart to NXT at that point?
Right.
Now we're doing all this special things with TNA and WWE partnerships and all that, but at that time, nobody really knew who Ridge Holland was. This wasn't even a necessary risk to take. So what's really got to happen is you got to think about, entertaining these fans without killing yourself.
Right. And that's what we want. Fans, and I get caught up in this, man. I do. I'm a fan before anything. And I get caught up in this. When you see guys in the ring, it's fun every once in a while to see, high flying, this, that, and the other, and this. But there's got to be a reason for it.
Yeah.
That's what turned me off to AEW. Was the first match I ever watched at AEW was a triple threat tag team. And they went through their whole arsenal in like 3 minutes, and then they were just repeating the same moves over and over again.
You've seen it already.
When is this going to stop? And they did it for like 30 minutes, and it was like neither one of them were catching their breath. I don't care, about that part. Okay, you're good. You know moves. You got that. But where's the story? Why are you three fighting? Why is there 3 tag teams in there? Why is this?
I don't know. You know why?
Out of stuff.
Because nowadays they'd rather hear you. They'd rather hear the crowd go "ooh" than chant your name.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question, Scott.
Crazy.
Name
crazy.
3 of NIcky Chooch's moves.
Name 3. Well, I've only seen you once in person, so I don't.
It doesn't. Either way, you could have watched me on YouTube.
Right.
You could have watched 10, 20, 30 of my matches, right?
Right.
But you're not invested in my moves. You're invested in the man you're talking to.
I'm invested in the character. Correct.
Thank you.
Correct.
And that
right.
needs to happen more. And I feel like we're getting back to that place.
So you understand my question a while ago when I said, what do you think of somebody who's been in the business for, 10, 15 years and there's no character there? There's not. Dude, I have more respect for somebody who will take time. And I'm not talking about be like everybody else. I'm not talking about the thing that kills me the most in wrestling, and I see it all the time, is people want to put on dark face paint and go out there and be a mean. Everybody, bro. It's like, okay, we've seen this a million times.
Hey.
There's only one Sting. There's only, a couple. Dude, it's been played out. Stop it.
Why do you think Michael Elliott didn't look at me in the first 3 years of my career? Because what I was doing, everybody was doing it. Now I'm a diamond.
Exactly.
But I needed to be pressed into that diamond.
Right.
Before,
but I have respect that you realized, hey, I got to have a character. I got to have something to – my favorite line in the show. Got to have something for my fans to invest in.
Yeah. Anytime somebody asks me who I am, I could tell you in 3 seconds. NIcky Chooch is the professional. He's the future professional wrestler, and I'm a winner.
That's right. You're not a winner. You're a winner.
I'm a winner.
There you go. There you go.
But
that's the first thing that caught me when I saw you, bro, was your New York, and you play the part. You're always that New York guy, and I know I'm not opening the curtain or nothing, but that's the part that grabbed me. And you're like this all the time.
I'm also a chameleon, So man, I might emphasize things a little bit more when I'm in wrestling mode and things like that. I'm coming out the curtain, on a podcast, doing a promo. But guess what? If you put me around all my New York people, what you see is what you get. Sometimes I find myself talking with a really, slight, funny Southern accent because I'm around certain people that just go way too deep into that, cornbreads.
If we're on here for more than 20 more minutes, I'm going to start talking like a New Yorker. I'm just saying that people get like that, bro.
Yeah. So to go back into something VTW wise, it was this was something that started out really special for me. And before I was in VTW, I was in another little backyard thing called UWE, Long Island, New York. And what we do is we would travel to each other's states. We would drive 10, 11, 12 hours to put on these YouTube shows, not really knowing how many people are watching. And we'd hang out and we would put on these like crazy matches. But, it was like both of our worlds clashing. You know, they come over to New York and they're experiencing the whole different lifestyle. We go over to North Carolina, we're experiencing that lifestyle. But at the end of the day, it was this brotherhood. And we'd catch each other talking like each other, and we'd be like, oh, it was crazy, man. And you wouldn't believe how many of the big stars on the independents in the Carolinas started out as part of us.
I have no, dude. I don't criticize. That's what people get mad at me about sometimes, man. I don't care where you started. I mean, Matt, the Hardy Boys started on a trampoline in their backyard, bro. You're gonna say something bad about the Hardy Boys, one of the best tag teams ever to do it? No,
No way.
but you know, it doesn't matter where you and Matt and Jeff, when they're asked that, they say this exactly word for word. It ain't where you started, it's where you ended.
Yeah. You know, I was wrestling Fuego del Sol before he put the mask on and took it off again. It's crazy to see how far, you know, it's crazy to see like where we started and what we were doing back then, how bad, how hungry we were for this, and how hard we chased it. You know, we made sure we got ourselves right in a school, do it the right way.
Right.
You know, the only thing I could fault you for is to never try to do it the right way.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
get yourself in a school with somebody that's reputable too.
Right.
You know, you'll always hear somebody say like, "Oh, well, that guy is not really that good." Yeah, well, he
and never stop learning. When you
he
go
was
to
trained by the guy that was on AEW Dark once. You know what I'm saying?
But
that's not the
and
guy to
never
look up
stop
to.
learning, man. When you show up to a lot of these wrestling shows, especially in North Carolina, and I know this for a fact because with my little pull, and I don't have a lot, just my little pull that I have being a podcaster, people let me in their shows early and stuff, and I see them training in the ring. If you got a 20-year vet there, that's your perfect opportunity. A lot of them, if you walk over and say, "Hey, man, you know, and you got a question," they're going to answer you. Most of them. I'm not saying all because I can't speak for everybody, but I've never seen an instance where, you know, I'll give a shout out to HWA. I go there early and I see guys in there with the vets, you know, whoever's helping, and they're asking questions. And these vets are in there showing them moves, showing them how to do things, and you know, explaining to them, okay, you know, be looking this way. This is the camera. Be looking. Do this. Do that. They're explaining the whole 9 yards to them. It's not just, you know, the move. They're explaining everything.
Scott,
And if you don't
it's like
take
the show
advantage of
this.
that,
It's like the show this Saturday at Noda Brewery. It's free. If a veteran is willing to give you knowledge and it's free, you're a moron. You're a gavone.
Right.
You're a mook not to take it.
right?
Utilize
Exactly.
your resources every
Yes,
time.
Exactly.
Every time.
Exactly.
every time.
Brother Silas said, "Name 5 moves Dusty did. The man could dream talk." Again, just, you know, reiterating what we were saying. Joey Godfrey wants to know, and I think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to let you do it. High flying or ground and pound?
Ground and pound.
With there's times when you go up high. I mean, there's, you know, if you can do it safely, there's times to go up. But if you're
That's the
ground and
thing.
pound,
I can do a moonsault off the top rope, and I've done it.
exactly.
But I pick these specific matches at these specific times towards the end of the match that really made it matter, where nobody has ever seen this face do a moonsault in that promotion. And they did the ooh and the ah and everything like that. But guess what? There was something a little bit after that that was more storytelling, that was a moment. And let's get into that, because yeah, there's making things matter, but what makes things matter the most is creating moments. You know, it did Mankind flying off a high Hell in a Cell, was that a big bump? Yeah. It was insane. It almost killed him, but it was a moment. But at the same time, you know, Santino Marella and Mankind being at the Royal Rumble at the same time. One pulls out Mr. Sacco, one pulls out the Cobra. That was a moment. Becky Lynch getting her nose busted, which was an accident. That was a moment. But if you look more for moments, which I know Mick Foley had, than you do for you know, stunts and acrobats,
Right.
You're going to get something better. You're going to get something that we're going to remember 10, 20, 30 years down the line.
That's
Not
still my
something that
favorite
somebody
match
forgot.
of all time, man. That's still my favorite match of all time.
Yeah.
Undertaker and Mankind in the Hell in the Cell. That's still my favorite match. And that's just one of the many moves they did during that
Mhm.
you know, him going through the top of the cage into the bottom of it. I mean, that's I thought he was dead.
Yeah, some people might think that was the end of the match. It was the damn beginning.
It was.
Yeah, it was. No, there was still more after that. He right after that, he went over to the corner after a couple more moves, and you could see the tooth up in his nose, man. I
Yep.
mean, it was just. I could tell you that that whole match almost move for move. I got it on video right over there, and I watch it all the time. It's one of my favorite matches because it
But
tells
guess what?
a story.
But the guy that does the 6:30 in the second match on the card out of 6 matches, I'm not going to remember his 6:30 by the main event of that same night.
Right.
Right. Facts.
Right.
Now, speaking of moves, to give our fans here, what's your favorite move that you do? Every move that you do, what's your favorite?
I make him kiss the ring. If I could get away with it.
Enough said. There you go.
Actually, I'm going to give you guys a fun little thing to watch. So, this happened at VTW. It was a recent show against Ecstatic. Let's see if I can find this here, where I won the YouTube championship.
Okay.
And if you think I did it honestly,
He's taking us through his house. I love it.
if you think I won this honestly, you'd be mistaken. So this is what this Mook tries to do. He knows that I want to hit him with this ring. I finally get my hands on this ring. He tried to swallow it. So when the fans told me he swallowed your ring, I said no, he didn't. I punched him in the gut and it came flying out. Guess what? Nobody remembered the Hurricanrana outside of the ring as much as they remembered me punching this guy in the stomach and the ring flying out to the crowd. That was a moment.
Moments.
There you go.
There we are.
There you go. And that's what we want, man. That's what we want when we go to a show is something to invest in, something that happened, something that you could be a part of a memory, man.
Have you ever seen that?
When that happened?
Let's try and do some things that nobody's seen before. You know, there was a time where a lot of these flippy moves, nobody had seen them before in that area. There, it's impressive. But when we've seen it 1,000 times, how many times have you seen somebody regurgitate, a foreign object?
Right.
Right.
Well, again, it goes back to what we were saying before. Back in the day, a DDT would have knocked you clean out for a 3 count. Jake the Snake lived off of it. But now you hit a DDT, 2 seconds later, they're right back up doing whatever, man. And it's like, okay,
Hey, and I'm pretty sure, Scott, you remember the Hands of Stone punch.
Yeah.
One punch.
Yeah. Put him out. But now, nothing. It's getting to the point now where the good guy can even punch the bad guy with a closed fist, and referee don't say nothing about it. When's the last time on WWE you saw a referee go like this and go, can't use a closed fist? They just fisticuff the whole match. It's like, wow.
There's one ref in particular that's atrocious, and I don't know how he still has a damn job. Over on the AEW channel, the one who looks like a walking skeleton, he's the official Young Bucks ref.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
Somehow he always gets lucky. He gets their matches.
Right? Oh, Chance Gibson just said something that, oh, man. Chris Thunder Anderson was one of those guys that you could show up early and talk to, and he'll explain stuff to you. I miss him so much. Man, I miss him so much. Missy was just in here a while ago. I don't know if she's still watching or not, but, man, I'm telling you. I miss him so much, guys. Look at this. And I didn't do it today, and I should have. But I'm going to start doing it. Look in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to start putting him up there. I miss that guy so much. He taught me so much. The only thing that I couldn't do for Chris Thunder Anderson was shut him up. You get him talking about wrestling, he could talk about wrestling for 6 hours straight. It was shutting him up. That was the problem.
And that's actually what we did in one of my last encounters with him. Was backstage at Wasp Wrestling. We had some stuff going on that we got to hash out, and then to follow that, we got to talk wrestling and family.
Right.
And when you're able to just do all that, you could kind of like, we love talking wrestling, but like when we could kind of just talk about our kids, talk about our lives, and then relate it back to wrestling. And
Right.
somebody that's his age and has been doing this that long, and for me, only been doing it for a cup of coffee compared to him, and we could still relate. That's awesome, man. It's that bond of wrestling
Always.
that brought us together.
Always. Man, there's so many people talking. I done lost track. I'm gonna see if I can get back to where I was at here. I'll get there. Give me a second. I gotta find my dad. Sergeant Marvin said, "Give Gully some time." Gully can open his mouth whenever he wants to, man. He knows. He knows. I know I talk a lot.
I'm letting the guests speak. Hey.
Nah, man,
Tell us a
I'm
wonderful
getting to
story.
know you right here, goalie. I love it. Hey, what Cowboy Bob say?
Cowboy Bob said, "Hey, I know this is not wrestling pertaining, but my nephew's in surgery and they're just now removing the old heart from his body. Please keep him in thoughts and prayers, if you would, please." Yes, sir. We will definitely do that.
Bob, I will do that very thing for you tonight. Bob is
Yes.
my guy, man. I love Cowboy Bob.
Cowboy Bob's awesome, man. Cowboy Bob's a good friend. Yes, without a doubt. And guys, go check out. See, my mind just went blank.
It's okay. I'm a good talker. I'll do it.
I'm trying to think of the podcast name. WrestleCast Podcast.
Wrestle,
Go check
it
out
rhymes,
WrestleCast
brother.
Podcast.
It rhymes.
You did a commercial for them. You should really know the name of it.
Man, come check out the WrestleCast podcast with Cowboy Bob, I believe.
There you go. Brother Cyrus said, "Primetime Dugas versus Pony Johnson went to a 15-minute draw. No flying. Class match. Ryan Mantis versus Gabriel Logan had a great no DQ match and never left their feet." There you go. That just, again, it's not about not leaving your feet or not flying or not doing it. It's knowing what kind of crowd you have and telling a story.
Storytelling.
I want you to give me something that's going to make me want to pay $10 to come back and watch the next match. That's what I want.
And that's what drew me to Wasp Wrestling was you got this little town, right? And all month long they're going through their hardships. They're dealing with, the craziness of their lives. They're just trying to survive. But at the beginning of the end of the middle of the month, wherever it's at, they're gonna scrape that money together and go, I need to see what happened next in that story because I get to get away from all of this and feel something with this company because we're storytellers there. And we get to continue to run that story on month after month. And then it changes and characters evolve and you get to see these wrestlers grow before your very eyes. You get to see them in triumph. You get to see them, go down and rise back up. You get to see that guy that you hated that whole time that you were there, maybe save somebody you liked and now you like them too. Right. You get lost in your problems and you get to live and love in the stories of wrestling.
Right. And I like to remind wrestlers every once in a while too. They shouldn't need reminding, but sometimes they do. Listen, we're in hard times. Everybody's going through something with money and things like that. Think about it this way. You got a man, his wife, and let's say 3 teenage kids. Teenage kids in most companies have to pay to get in. Okay. So that's $40 or $50, not including them buying food there, not including the gas to get to the show. You're talking that's like $100 trip. But that's what you guys, and all these most of the wrestlers I know this, but there's some that need to learn this. These guys are coming out to get entertained by you, and they're willing to pay this money, and they're willing to come back. But you got to give them something to come back for.
That's right.
That's your job. Your job ain't to go out there and just wrestle your thing and go grab your equipment and go home. Your job is to entertain.
And nobody's begging you to be the only single one that they want to come back to see.
Right,
But
right,
make them want to
Right.
see you versus your opponent.
right.
Make them want to
That's
follow
another
along with
thing
that.
kills me, man. When somebody does a promo and all they do is, oh, I'm going up against this guy. I'm going to beat the crap out of him. He's no good. He's nothing. Well, if you beat a
Then who
nothing,
did you
what does
beat?
that make you?
Who did you beat? You didn't beat
Yeah, you
nobody.
just beat a nothing. What are you bragging about?
So how good are you? How good are you that you keep beating these nobodies?
Right, exactly, man. Give the guy some credit in your, even if you're a bad guy. Hey, I know you're going up against me, but I have respect for you in this way, and then say something. Don't just, from get-go to stop, just everything's bad about this guy's horrible. You can't lace my boots. You can't do this. It gets old, bro. It's like, okay, so now you beat this guy. So who are you now?
And this goes right back to utilizing those veterans that are just hanging around, that you could get advice from, that you could find out how to properly do this. There was guys like Thunder Anderson, and there's guys that are in these other promotions that you can see and go, hey, I'm wondering how I could get these people to keep coming back, because when I come out in my entrance, they don't seem to care. When I hit my moonsault, they didn't even make a sound. What do I do? What do I got to do? And then they could be like, first of all, sit down. This is going to take a while.
Right. And they don't, and a lot of new kids don't like that. Sit down, it's going to take a while. You think they're insulting. No, they're just going to tell you what it takes. And the other thing, and this is, I love Brother Silas, man. This is cool. I heard on Cowboy Bob's show that there's honey being sold at a merch table. Man, I love this business. # diesel honey.
Hey, you know what you could do? You know how you can make a killing at the merch table? Sell cheap eggs. Cheap cartons of eggs at this point.
Hey,
$1 ideas.
you could sell anything at a merch table.
These eggs are going up.
Right? You could sell. I mean, dude, you could sell anything at a merch table and put your gimmick into it.
Hey, Scott, good to see you. Check it out, man. I got my 8x10s. I got some stickers, and hey, you need a carton of eggs?
Yeah, I got the NIcky Chooch eggs, fresh from New York, with my face on them.
I'll put the Chooch sticker on the eggs, and I'll give you a package deal.
There you go. See, I mean, you can turn anything, bro. You can turn anything into a.
Oh, wait. This is actually a good time to promote my wife's business. So it's called Current Creations on Facebook and Instagram. And she makes stickers. She makes all this cool vinyl stuff. She makes cups. And she's going to love that I promoed it.
She does.
KERN.
3.5 hours. We had her on the show for 3.5 hours. We know Angie. Yes, we know Jessie Diamond very well now. No, she is a really good lady. And yes, she does do excellent work.
Wait a minute. I think you might have confused my wife with somebody else's wife.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was talking about. I was still talking about Truck and his honeybee stuff. Never mind.
No, it's all right. That's why I thought you got mixed up.
I did.
No, I'm not gonna mention my wife's name on here because she probably don't want me to, but I will mention her business.
Right.
And it's KERN KREATIONS. Current Creations.
Current Creations. Okay, I got you. There you go. Go check them out, folks. Go check it out, without a doubt. Brother Silas said, wait, I'm supposed to be dark and morose. I'm being too sociable. I'm breaking the fourth wall. You're good, man. I love Brother Silas. He was at the last HWA show and cheated for both of his guys to win. I love it. Yes, I said it.
Hey. It's not always about playing by the rules. At the end of the day, they're going to remember who won and who lost.
That's it. And there it is right there spelled out for you. Current Creations.
Actually, Dale was a customer. He got big UCW stickers for his turnbuckles. Now it looks even more official.
Oh, there you go. So
everything is about production and visual. When people see that you got banners and you got ring skirts and you have your logo on your turnbuckles, that goes a long way. Someone's like, wow, this company's really got it together.
There you go. There you go.
So
I love that. I
she
love
will
that.
make stuff for independent wrestlers. You know what I mean? And she'll definitely work with you on deals.
There you go. There you go, without
There you
a
go.
doubt. So tell us where you're going to be. We're about to wind down. We've been on here for almost an hour and 30 minutes. Doesn't seem like it's been 10, but it's been an hour and 30 minutes. Tell us where you're going to be in the near future, man.
Absolutely. So we already went into it this Saturday. I'm going to be with UCW in a tag team match. I'm gonna smack Matt Cade twice for coming on here and talking that junk. I'm also gonna give Jacob Bryan a couple. We're old buddies, but we don't mind beating the heck out of each other. So
There you
yeah,
go.
that's at the Noda Brewing in Charlotte, North Carolina. I believe the bell time is 6:30. Correct me if I'm wrong. You got the flyer.
6:30. There it is. Yes, sir.
6:30. I'm also going to be with Tighten the Turnbuckle / Rated R Wrestling in Johnson City, Tennessee. And we got a really action-packed show on the 26th. What am I missing in between here? Hold on.
All I know after that is the August 9th one you have with NAWA.
Okay, yeah, I didn't miss anything. August. I'll also be returning to Wasp Wrestling to get my revenge on Mr. Tommy Okami for costing me that championship. And let's talk NAWA because this is my first time ever debuting for NAWA, and it is for that prestigious Carolinas title. I go up against
title, man.
yeah.
That's gorgeous.
I go up against Pony Johnson, a man that, I used to watch Rec House, and now he's in Chooch's house. So let's see what he's got. Let's see if old man can still hang. That was a couple of years ago. Every year, back starts to hurt a little bit more. You start to get the neck cramps. Well, you better come correct when you're in the ring with NIcky Chooch because I'm coming in feeling right. I'll be in the gym all week long, baby.
There you go. There you go. I love that. I love that. Coming in to fight, and that Carolinas belt would look nice around your waist, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna match my gear. Are you kidding me? I mean, I can never lose it because I'm gonna be someone tries to challenge me for that belt. I'm like, what? You want to take my gear? You want to take what's part of my outfit, my ensemble? This is what looks good on me. It's gonna look like garbage on you because everybody sees it on NIcky Chooch. They're like, I can't picture this belt on anybody else. Remember when Triple H had the World Heavyweight title? It was like, wow, that is Triple H's belt at that very time in the Ruthless Aggression era.
There you go. Brother Silas says, I never cheat, I always win. I got you.
It's only cheating if you get caught.
Cowboy Bob said she did WCP stickers.
WrestleCast podcast.
Stickies. I don't know what those are. Sticky, EAS. I
think
it's stickers.
No, he's trying to be like Chooch.
He's trying to talk. Oh, he's trying to give that New York vibe. I got you.
New York.
Oh, Alicia Love. There you go. I haven't seen her in a while. Tommy and Chooch gonna be a banger.
Yeah. Shout out to my girl Alicia Love. She was my first ever intergender match, and she whooped my ass. Got no shame in that game. I let my guard down. I said, I'm not gonna hit a woman. Well, guess what? The woman will hit me. When I decided, okay, you know what? You're pushing it. I will hit a woman. It was too late. I lost.
Hey, and that's usually the way it works.
Much love to Alicia Love.
There you go. Dale Blackwell, so August the 9th, UCW. Suffolk Punch Brewing Company, Charlotte, September 13th, UCW. VFW Post 4066 in Shelby, North Carolina. There you go.
Okay, let me just talk to my man Dale for a second, who's watching. The reason why I did not announce those is because I didn't know if you wanted me to plug them yet. But yes, I'm also not going to let you say that wrong because it's actually the name of my county in Long Island, Suffolk.
Okay.
Suffolk Punch.
Gotcha.
And that will also be in Charlotte. Then we're heading down to Shelby to the VFW. And NIcky Chooch is going to be closing his way on Mr. Trey Chaos because what is he holding? The heavyweight championship. What's eluded me my entire career? a heavyweight championship. So I'm going to try to get one in UCW. I'm going to try to get one in NAWA. I'm going to try to get one in WASP. And I'm going to try to get one in good old Johnson City Titan the Turnbuckle.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they've already offered you one at HWA if you ever get around to it.
Well, 2026 is.
The champion was on here talking, and I didn't put up his last comment, which he put on here. He put Ben Wright, who books. He said, "Wait, Ben Wright, are you trying to make me work heel versus heel again? That doesn't sell tickets, brother." Yeah, it does.
Well, guess what?
I would go for that fight.
And no, here's the thing. What you don't get is people find out NIcky Chooch is wrestling there. You'd be surprised how many people like NIcky Chooch. So you go ahead and be the bad guy. Well, everybody loves me.
There you go. There you go.
Right there.
There you go.
I'll be your Huckleberry. I'll be your knight in shining armor. I'll be, Mr. Superman, but Superman's kind of bland. So call me Batman. Call me Chooch Man. Call me V-Man. Call me Champion.
Love it. Oh, love it.
Oh my goodness. I got you, man. All right. I'm I don't know what else to put after that. I ain't got no. You have anything, Gully?
Hold on. VTW also has another show coming out. Follow VTW, subscribe to their YouTube channel, and watch their stuff. They're amazing. There's thousands of views on each single show, and there's a big announcement coming. You don't want to miss it.
Without a doubt, man. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna ask, unless Gully, you have anything else to add, I'm gonna ask one more last question.
I just want to thank all the fans for their questions. I want to thank NIcky Chooch for his great time and his brilliant delivery. I mean, the guy's gold.
Thank you,
100%.
Gully. Thank you.
All right, Nicky, I like asking this question to everyone that comes on, all the wrestlers that come on. What would the NIcky Chooch of today tell the NIcky Chooch who first walked through the wrestling curtain? What would you tell that kid back then?
Wow. Everything you're worried about isn't permanent. It's only temporary, and it's only going to get better as long as you put in the hard work and dedication. As long as you continue to demonstrate how much you love this, the things that you love are going to keep on coming to fruition.
That's an awesome answer. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you so
Now,
much.
I want to say this before we go, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys are used to a certain way. Hashtag Truth is Ran. My different sections that I do, like name drop and all that. Unfortunately, I had a little mishap here at the house and wasn't able to get all my work done. That's my fault, not Nicky's. So he came on and was a trooper. We just did an hour and a half of straight, and I appreciate that. But next time I have you on, I will put you through name drop. We will watch you wrestle and talk to you while you're wrestling and do all the things that hashtag Truth is used to doing. It's just I got caught up in some family stuff today, and unfortunately I didn't put my fault. I didn't put the work in. So wasn't able to get the work in. So, but I appreciate you coming on, man, and giving us a whole hour and a half. I know you just put your kids to bed and all that other good jive, and man, I'm telling you, thank your wife for me for giving us this opportunity with you, man. And you're welcome back anytime you want to come on hashtag Truth, brother.
I appreciate you finally having me on here. I appreciate finally getting to meet you in person when we did. That was an awesome day. And good luck, Gully. And man, you're gonna kill this podcasting business. You're learning from one of the best. Well, when I first started hearing about podcasts in the Carolinas, I started hearing about hashtag Truth before I heard about anything else. So
I appreciate that. I really do. And Gully, he's knocking it out. I know he hasn't said a whole lot, and that's probably my fault. But Gully, I've already told him many times, and he knows to shut me up. You just got to interrupt me, man.
And we were talking about before with the veterans. We were talking about just sitting back and soaking in the knowledge. If you're doing that, you're already doing something right, brother.
Right. And he had some great questions tonight, man. I'm gonna give it to him, bro. He had some really good questions tonight. I wasn't surprised. I know how good he is. It was just The delivery is what shocked me. It was really good, man. I'm telling you, he's going to be great when he gets out there.
A whole lot more for him. Next time you're on, I got some more for you, brother, for sure.
There you are. There you are.
I'm not an excuse man, but I'll apologize for a couple things. My hair isn't on par as I normally like it to be. I normally have a tripod. I'm not doing this. I'm sorry if I made you dizzy. And normally I got better lighting. You know, Nicky Chooch doesn't normally roll like this, but I let I let somebody borrow the tripod. Now I'm suffering for it. Nice guy.
Before you go, we got to see the ring, man.
The ring.
The ring.
Oh boy!
If you're going to make the wrestlers kiss the ring, we want to see the ring. I mean, the ring is the best part of the getup, man.
Gotta see it.
I think I might have had to hide the ring.
Oh no!
I'll show you. Listen, I don't want everybody to know where I keep my wings. I'll show you a fugazi.
Okay, there you go.
Might be able to hook you up with the fugazi.
Okay. Have no clue what you're talking about, but you're about to show me.
Oh, you don't know what a fugazi is?
No, sir.
It's a fake.
Oh, I got you.
I've actually won a match or two on a fugazi.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Let's see.
I always hear about kissing the ring. You always talk about kissing the ring, and I want to know what the ring looks like. Uh-oh. He might have walked out of his range. That's a good shot of him right there, though.
Great profile.
Yeah, I think he might have walked out of range because we totally lost him.
Well, we may be back with the ring soon, folks. Stay tuned.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. He's walking in the dark. Where he's going, I don't know. I see movement. Oh, I see movement.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Out of the darkness lies the ring.
This almost looks like the beginning of a Gully Guns promo. Wait a minute here.
Uh-oh.
He walks out with a cowboy hat on. I'm going to roll. I'm
going to take notes.
Where did he go? I love this. Thank you guys, whoever's sticking around to watch the end of this. I appreciate it, man. We're having a good time here with Gully Guns tonight, man. I appreciate everybody who came on, man. If you guys want to be on #Truth and you're a wrestler watching this show, hit me or Gully up, man, and we'll go. There we go. We got light.
Let there be light.
Oh, there's the cowboy hat.
Where's my notebook?
I love it.
I heard the cowboy hat mentioned. You caught me at the most unprepared time. I can't find my ring, but I'll tell you what.
I got to respond in kind. One second.
My goodness, we just started a storyline. Somebody stole Nicky Chooch's ring.
Oh, don't even joke like that.
Who stole?
You're gonna have me looking all after this podcast.
Oh, now see, Nicky, that's a cowboy hat right there. Look, that's a cowboy.
Oh man,
hat.
Yeah, I can't compare to that.
Yeah, that's Gully Guns right there. Gully Guns. Wow.
Me Choochie Bazooka. I don't know.
my little cheap Redskins hat that I turned backwards ain't got nothing on y'all two. Y'all two got me beat by a ton. So I ain't even gonna attempt to go get my stuff.
Hey, all right, you got me nervous now.
Hit us up next time, man, or put a picture on my Facebook page that lets us know you found your ring, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I love the hat though. But I'm not going to keep you much longer, man. I know you got your wife. You got to get to bed. You got things to do. But I appreciate you coming on, man. And Gully, I'm going to let you say goodbye, and then I'm going to end it.
Hey, it was wonderful to meet you. Hey, hopefully we get more moments. Loved your stuff. Looking forward to your matches. Hey, man, keep doing your thing for real.
Thank you, Gully. I appreciate you guys.
All right, guys. He's from New York. He's Nicky Chooch. He's going to make you kiss the ring. You got to come out, and we're going to end it the way only Nicky Chooch can end it, and that is the #truth. Go ahead, Nicky, do your thing.
And don't forget, Nicky Chooch is a winner, baby. See you at the next one.
#Truth Podcast. Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. #Truth. truth.